A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Chelsea 1 West Ham result. The result of Chelsea's 1-0 win over West Ham is a positive one, but there are some concerns.
Christian Pulisic's late winner, Reece James's absence from the matchday squad, and the perform of Lukaku all come into play. Let's break down the game.
We'll discuss the match's key moments. We'll also take a look at the team's indecisive defending and Christian Pulisic's late winner.
Christian Pulisic scores late winner for Chelsea. It's hard to believe, but Christian Pulisic scored a penalty to give Chelsea a 1-0 win against West Ham.
The 21-year-old received a pass from Marcos Alonso inside the box and struck with his left foot. Chelsea have a lot of attacking options now ahead of the FA Cup final.
However, Pulisic's goal was just the start of a fantastic day for the youngster. Chelsea came out of the half with more intent than the first, with Timo Werner's first attempt on goal being blocked by Craig Dawson.
Chelsea pushed for the lead and had two good chances to open the scoring. Arsenal held on to their defensive shape well, but the hosts exploited gaps in their defense to open the game up.
Alonso's run from midfield into the box helped the team to win a penalty. The ball was then swept across the 6-yard box to Pulisic, who finished superbly down the left-hand side of Fabianski.
The win gave Chelsea some breathing space in third place after a frustrating run of defeats. The loss to Arsenal last week left them 7 points behind fourth-placed Manchester City and 7 adrift of the Europa League.
However, with some tricky fixtures coming up, they have done enough to ensure Champions League football next season. It is difficult to see how Chelsea can lose 3 consecutive games and not get points.
That said, it's hard to argue with the result. After a drab first half for Chelsea, Tuchel's team came into the second half looking to bounce back.
The visitors were chasing the game, but Chelsea's late winner secured their top 4 status. The final score lasted just over 5 minutes, with the Chelsea players battling for every ball.
It was the first goal in a season for the American international, and it was a deserved result.
Reece James left out of matchday squad. Reece James joined Blackpool in June 2021 from Doncaster Rovers.
He has since played for Rotherham United, Wigan Athletic and Sunderland. A product of Manchester United's academy, James can play in either of the back 4.
The midfielder was also spotted on the grass at Cobham yesterday but is yet to be included in the matchday squad. In his place will be Southampton midfielder James Ward-Prowse.
England have also omitted Tom Lawrence, Harry Maguire, Tammy Abraham and Ben Chilwell, all of whom are currently out. Thomas Tuchel has confirmed that Reece James will not be travelling with the team to the Club World Cup in Abu Dhabi.
James has not been training with the team since suffering a hamstring injury at the end of December. The defender is expected to miss the match against West Ham despite having recovered from the injury.
Thomas Tuchel has already dropped Mateo Kovacic and Antonio Rudiger to the bench, while Reece James has been left out of the matchday squad. In his absence, the player will be replaced by Trevoh Chalobah.
The player will make his first start since before the international break. Chelsea are without Christian Pulisic and Reece James, who suffered knocks in training on Friday.
While the Chelsea midfielder has a few injury worries, the team is likely to be fully fit in time for the crucial game against Brentford. Meanwhile, N'Golo Kanté, Reece James and Mason Mount are resting.
Despite the injuries to these key players, the players have been given a rest in order to rest their injured players. Indecisive Chelsea defending.
Despite a poor performance from the visitors, Chelsea remain in the top 4 and have now won 3 of their last 4 home matches. Against West Ham, Chelsea struggled to generate clear-cut chances, resulting in a draw.
West Ham made 6 changes to their starting 11, including the introduction of defender Declan Rice, while their attacking play was slow. Although they had plenty of possession, Chelsea were unable to break West Ham down and were forced to rely on their defensive options.
Chelsea's indiscipline cost them dearly and the result was predictable. West Ham's first goal came after a lacked defensive effort.
A deflected effort from Kent put the Hammers ahead before a Chelsea corner was ruled out for offside. The second goal was decided after a lengthy VAR check ruled that Andriy Yarmolenko was offside.
The visitors' 1-0 victory over Chelsea has many positives, and the result may not be as bad as the score suggests. It is still early days to assess what the final result of the game will be, but Pulisic has already made a good case for playing time.
With a few games remaining, Chelsea could end the season with silverware. Against Liverpool on May 14, the Premier League champions could well win the FA Cup.
The indecisive defending by Chelsea against West Ham allowed the Hammers to score their second goal and Chelsea moved up to third place. After a disappointing first half, Chelsea are now 5 points clear of Arsenal.
In addition, West Ham have been reduced to 10 men after Craig Dawson's dismissal for a foul on Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku's perform.
It's no surprise that Chelsea are pleased with their late winner against West Ham. The victory came after Jorginho fluffed a penalty in the 87th minute and Christian Pulisic's late header sealed all 3 points.
It's an encouraging performance from the American, who has been in form recently. After a difficult spell with the USMNT, the German international may have been feeling a little shattered.
West Ham defender Craig Dawson fouled Lukaku in the penalty area and saw his card turned red. The penalty was taken by Jorginho, but Fabianski made a great save from his penalty.
The other 2 penalties were saved by Mendy and Jorginho's own goal. However, the late winner is more than enough to prove the point.
The Chelsea fans were in raptures as they finally got their man back in the game. Chelsea are a team in the top 4 and will be motivated by their Europa League exit.
However, on their current form, Chelsea will be punished in the FA Cup by Liverpool. Lukaku has a good record against West Ham, scoring 16 times against the Hammers.
However, the Chelsea players have been a bit fragile in recent weeks and Tuchel needs to get them back on track. The players have been out of ideas lately and are running out of confidence.
Despite Lukaku's perform, he looked lively in the box and even earned a penalty for Chelsea after a foul on him. However, Chelsea failed to convert the spot kick and Pulisic's late run into the box secured all 3 points for the Blues.
Although this was a disappointing result for Lukaku, it is a welcome change from his recent gloomy form. Christian Pulisic's return to form.
The first sign of Christian Pulisic's return to form came last weekend. Chelsea made the German international their starting Roman in a 3-0 win over Leicester City.
He was also named in Thomas Tuchel's starting 11 against Crystal Palace in the first league game. The impressive stats were not entirely surprising.
In fact, his goal contribution in last season's league campaign was already surpassed. In fact, it was only a matter of time until he was named the starting Roman for his new club.
The injury has hampered Pulisic's progress since the start of the qualifying campaign. He suffered a sprained ankle against Honduras in September and has yet to play more than half an hour since.
He missed the England and Honduras matches but is now expected to be available for Saturday's game against Burnley. Whether Pulisic makes the Chelsea team in the Champions League is a different question.
In his last game, he scored a goal to give the Blues a 1-0 win over West Ham United. The Blues created several good opportunities to score but lacked the breakthrough goal.
Christian Pulisic was able to make the difference when he collected a superb ball from Marcos Alonso in the penalty area and slotted a shot attempt into the back of the netter. The return of Christian Pulisic to form is a major boost for the Blues, who have struggled without him for many weeks.
While Kai Havertz and Callum Hudson-Odoi have done well over the past few weeks, Hakim Ziyech and Mason Mount have not yet found a rhythm, and Pulisic is unlikely to return to his old form without some time. This is a welcome development as he continues to build his confidence and regain his scoring touch.